Well, as we deal with extreme heat, experts are alerting us that the heat wave is also amplifying the potential for outbreaks of harmful algae and area waterways. This is really important, especially for pets and swimmers on this holiday weekend. And as we mentioned, some species of algae are so toxic they can kill dogs and even make people sick. Environmental reporter Scott Broom is tracking the heat wave and its effects on our local waterways, where so many of us are just trying to enjoy it out there. Scott?
Didn't we try this just a few minutes ago?
Welcome back, friend.
It's the algae story take two. The algae must have gotten to our broadcast equipment, but regardless of all that, listen, it's another blazing hot day. We got a lot of sunshine. The water temperatures have spiked. And take a look in the water like we did a short time ago here on the banks of Chesapeake Bay. That creates all the conditions for algae blooms like this one. And when these things happen, there are just some things you need to be aware of before pets and people go into the water. One example of a harmful algae bloom happened Wednesday night when a non-toxic algae outbreak now underway in the Potomac upstream from D.C. set off alarms as it began to overwhelm D.C.'s water treatment system. A precautionary boil water alert was issued and then quickly reversed as engineers successfully scrambled to control the algae clouding the water so badly treatment was threatened. D.C.'s water is safe, but the incident highlighted the potential for even non-toxic algae blooms to do harm. And scientists report that such algae blooms are on the rise due to climate change. Joe Wood of the Chesapeake Bay Foundation spoke to WUSA-9 meteorologist Caitlin McGrath during a previous algae outbreak at Lake Anna, Virginia.
As we look forward, all the signs point to, from a climate change perspective, that we're going to have problems with this in the future. Really hot temperatures fuels the growth of the harmful algal blooms that drive these problems.
There are two categories of harmful algae blooms, or HABs. Non-toxic algae blooms, cloud waters, make water treatment more challenging and can starve the water for dissolved oxygen, which kills fish. Toxic varieties of algae actually produce a toxin that can kill fish and pets and also make people sick. Regardless of the type, experts warn that when you see masses of algae growing in hot, stagnant water, it's time to be alert and keep kids and pets away on the chance a toxic bloom has not yet been reported and is underway. Veterinary experts have shared advice on what to look for if a dog's been playing in stagnant water with algae around.
Neurologic signs are one that we're looking for, so tremors, drooling, twitching, just generalized malaise.
Vomiting is never normal. So if you're seeing signs like that, if they're, refusing dinner, then I would seek veterinary attention.
Virginia, D.C., Maryland, and public utilities all monitor waterways for toxic algae outbreaks, and they issue advisories when they're detected, which has already happened on Lake Anna in Virginia this season. All right, back live now, taking a look at this algae here on the shores of the Chesapeake. This is not toxic algae, but it is slimy, and it has the potential to create fish kills as it degrades in the water. Advisories are definitely something to pay attention to before you head out for fun on the water this weekend. They're posted. They're the kind of postings you definitely want to pay attention to because of the toxic nature of some of these blooms and the harm that can come to pets. So pay attention to those before you get out this weekend. Live from the shores of the Chesapeake, Scott Broom, WUSA-9.
Well, Scott, you talked about heat and stagnant low water just being a breeding ground for harmful algae, but can you tell us what role pollution plays here?
Yeah, pollution is a big factor. It's why we talk a lot about lawn fertilizing and cleaning up pet waste, agricultural fertilizer, because when that stuff runs off into the water, not to mention sewage spills and even places where people feed ducks and geese and all the poop that goes in the water, that is essentially nutrient pollution, right? And nutrients act in the water just like they do on the land. They make plants grow like crazy, or when they're in the water, they make algae grow like crazy. So there is a definite link between pollution and harmful algae blooms. It's not just the weather, but the weather just supercharges it.
And meanwhile, we're the ones feeling that impact. Scott Broom for us tonight. Thank you.